Some of you probably aren't married and don't have a family. When you're married and have a family, you realise how hard that is for a mum to do.
My brother actually was a truly great guy. He had it all. He was compassionate, very smart, and deadly cool. As he was described on the internet, he truly owned. Growing up with him was the best time ever. The laughter we shared and the games we played will stay with me forever. Like all those cricket games and my vain attempts to bowl him out. His timing was unreal. If I'd bowl faster, he'd just hit it further. We'll also never forget those rainy Tassie afternoons and having Ashley beat me every time on the Nintendo, no matter how many times I'd stay out practicing. After a tough day of school, and there were plenty for both of us, we'd always bring each other back up. It didn't matter what challenge we faced, we'd always conquer it together. Many people knew Ashley as a disabled boy, but I never saw it that way. I never pitied him, and he always hated being pitied. To me, he's the strongest guy I've ever known. How he battled constant pain while living a full life, stood by his beliefs in the face of overwhelming peer pressure, and kept his unique sense of humour and positive outlook on life, I'll never know. I'll never forget the first time I introduced him to punk rock. I had just bought Anti-Flag's most recent album, Mobilise, and I chucked it in the old Discman. After listening to the whole thing, I went to him while he was playing GoldenEye on the old Nintendo 64, miles ahead of me of course, and I said, "Check this out, what do you think?" After listening to the first track, 911 for Peace, he quietly said, "It's awesome," but I could tell from the look in his eye that it ignited a passion inside for a love of punk rock. Here was a music that had substance, strength and passion as opposed to the mainstream pop punk of the time. That moment sparked off a mission to search for all the best punk music around the world, and his passion rubbed off on everyone around him, including Mum and Dad. Instead of being shocked by it, they embraced it completely. 3 years ago, he was granted a wish by the Make-A-Wish Foundation to see Anti-Flag live in Melbourne. They let the whole family backstage to hang with the band for most of the day. I remember how ecstatic he was to be there, but he still kept his cool around them, rather than annoy them with questions like I did. I don't know how to sum up 18 years of great memories in a single speech, so I won't even try. But instead I would like to just give one last message for Ashley. Thank you, Ashley, for being my brother. No matter how neurotic and annoying I was, you always stood by me. The times we shared were the best times that anyone could ever have, and nothing will take them away. Our brotherhood is a bond that nothing can break. You may have left this earth, but you'll be inside me forever. Sleep well, bro.
Thank you for those lovely words from his brother. Well, we know we've got one family member left. It's got to be Tony, his dad.
Ashley was born on the 5th of September 1989, a rather inconvenient time because I had my August monthly accounts to do. But he managed to hold off until I got into the Mazda 323, raced out, posted the accounts off to the courier, raced back to Coburg, and through the streets of North Coburg, Damien remarked that Daddy was racing. We got there in the hospital about 8:30, and Ashley was born about 9:15. It was then, or soon after, that it became clear that Ashley was going to face many challenges physically. He couldn't sit up properly, and he could only arch his back. However, the day we moved to Tasmania on the 1st of November 1991, he took his first steps. And that just appeared that we'd done the right thing, and this was a new beginning. We had a Japanese girl stay with us in 93, 94, and actually didn't appear any sort of, like any challenges really, and not serious. And Aya, who was her name, she quickly embraced his pleasant nature. Kindergarten in 94, and Ashley still looked, his physical challenges looked minor. We moved to Kingston and Hobart in 97, and Ashley was growing a reputation of being a top student, eating his way through several books a week. It was then he got his first Nintendo with his brother, video console, and became a whiz, much to the frustration of his older brother. We moved back in 98, however that's when the black clouds started to gather on Ashley's life. He would grow tired in the morning, and he'd wake up looking very white and pale some mornings. He then required breathing apparatus at night. He also developed scoliosis, and we, in 2001, had to send him to the Royal Children's Hospital to insert 2 rods. This affected his walking even more, and he became confined to a wheelchair scooter in all but the shortest of walks. 2002 came, he started high school. When you start high school, you have to start getting pretty tough, and the bullies started. However, he did have one friend. That friend is here today, and I'd like you to introduce you to James Atkins. Stand up please, James. Thank you. He was growing a reputation as a real whiz on video games, and became stronger, breeding friends, older brothers, and annihilating his dad. It was this time he became particularly interested in punk music, as his brother said, and we went to anti-flag concert with the help of Make-A-Wish. Now, I quote from Blunt magazine. Blunt magazine is a punk rock magazine, and as its name says, it's quite blunt. So I'm going to put up my hand when there's 2 words that a lot of people might find objectionable. If you don't want to hear them, just either turn out, block your ears, and I'll put my hand down when they're over. Yes, this is a fairy tale of sorts. For the time being, the image I'm left with is a smile on Ashley's face while he was watching his favourite punk band fuck shit up. It's a pretty nice image. With no challenge locally, Ashley began to play video games online through the internet, playing a game called RuneScape. From 2004, he made his way up to the top 1% in 2008. And again, he was known, and on YouTube he was known as number 3 guru. I've got no idea what that means, but it sounds pretty good. On Saturday the 24th of November 2007, he felt ecstatic when he came part of John W. Howard's downfall for the first and only time he'll ever vote. He completed in 2007 his year 12, and he got pretty good marks, especially when you consider the enormous challenges he faced. 2008 was to be his restful gap year, but despite battles, and I mean real battles to keep him going, and his mum, his brother, myself, and him personally, he finally gave up the battle on Monday the 12th of May. And I say that's a passing legacy because I hear of people giving up the battle too early, and we didn't. And I just want everyone to think of them that keep the battle going, no matter what, even if you do fail in the end, like Ashley. Thank you.